Wow. And this is where it gets even more wild because this guy, after getting deported, is still sitting there saying he supports Trump. And people hear that and their brain just short circuits. Like, how does that even make sense? But it actually makes perfect sense if you're listening to what he's saying, because what he respects is the enforcement of the law. And enforcement just means you're actually applying the rules instead of just having them sit there on paper doing nothing. And he's looking at Trump like, you're at least trying to enforce immigration law, right? The rules about who can come into this country and stay here legally. And he's not even saying Trump went too far. He's saying Trump didn't go far enough. He's saying they should have doubled down, tripled down, especially in places like Minneapolis. And honestly, I'm right. I agree with him. I rock with him because, yeah, I understand from a PR perspective, public image, and on how things look on TV and in the news, that Minneapolis wasn't looking great. The mainstream liberal media was hammering it. And when it comes to that, I'm talking about the big networks that tend to lean left politically. They usually support Democrat policies and criticize Republicans. So, of course, it's going to look bad when a Republican administration is enforcing laws, because enforcing laws, especially immigration laws, is never going to be popular. It's like being the strict parent in the house. Nobody likes you when you're the one saying no, but that doesn't mean you're wrong. It just means you're doing something people don't like. So for me, what happened in Minneapolis is kind of neither here nor there, because ICE, Immigration and Customs Enforcement, the agency that actually goes and finds and removes people who are in this country illegally, they're still here. They're still there. They're still doing deportations, sending someone back to their home country because they're not legally allowed to stay in the United States, and they are just not doing it the same way or the same or at the same intensity as before. But the bigger point here is this guy's mindset, because he's sitting there saying this isn't personal, and that's the part people don't get. They want everything to become emotional. They want everything to be about feelings, but he's looking at it like the rules are the rules, and they should apply to everybody equally, with no special treatment, no exception, just because you like someone or feel bad for them. And yeah, realistically, he probably couldn't even vote. So his support for Trump isn't about getting something out of it politically. It's about the principle. It's about believing that a country should actually follow its own rules. And even when you look at him as a person, he's well spoken. He seems like a solid stand up guy, not some chaotic individual. But that doesn't override the fact that he broke the law by being here illegally. On top of that, he had a drunk driving conviction. And drunk driving is exactly what it sounds like, right? Getting behind the wheel while intoxicated, which puts other people's lives at risk. So you can't just ignore that. But at the same time, if he wants to get back in the right way, going through the legal process like everyone else, getting approval, following the system, then yeah, that option should be